You can knit tubular pieces, like hats and sleeves, using a technique called knitting in the round. This is an alternative to using 2 straight needles and having to sew a seam. There are many ways to knit in the round. You can use 1 circular needle, 2 circular needles, the magic loop method, or double-pointed needles. In this tutorial, we will use the magic loop method. This technique, named by Sarah Hoshka and Bev Galeskis in the book The Magic Loop, allows you to create a small tube, such as the leg of a sock, on 1 long circular needle. By taking advantage of the flexible cable on a circular needle, you have an alternative to knitting a sock or sleeve on double-point needles. First, you'll need a long circular needle. Since the cables on KnitPicks needles are so flexible, the magic loop technique can be performed on our 32-inch cable or anything longer. We also carry cables in 40-inch, 47-inch, and 60-inch lengths. Some customers claim they have even used our 24-inch needle successfully for magic loop. Cast on your required number of stitches and push them down to the middle of the cable. Divide the number of stitches in half. Fold the cable so that half of the stitches are on one side and half on the other. Pull on the bit of cable that appears between the 2 groups of stitches. Slide the 2 groups of stitches down the sides of the cable to their respective needle tips. You will now have half of your stitches on one needle tip and half on the other. With the needle tips parallel and pointing to the right, your working yarn will hang from the back stitches. Pull on the needle tip that is holding the back stitches and draw up enough slack on the cable to allow you to use that needle tip to work the stitches on the front needle. Work all of the stitches on the front needle, being careful that you haven't twisted the stitches around on either needle. You'll want to see the cast-on edge all around the bottom. Slide the 2 groups of stitches back down to their respective needle tips. Repeat as many times as needed. After several rounds, you will begin to see your tube of knitting appear. Each time your yarn tail hangs at the right side of your stitches with the working yarn, you are beginning a new round. Some people find it helpful to place a marker at this point.
KnitPicks is passionately committed to affordable luxury knitting. We offer the highest quality knitting products designed by the pickiest and most obsessed knitters you'll ever meet. We go directly to the factory to develop our own luxurious natural fiber yarn and high-quality needles. And by doing so, we're able to offer our exclusive knitting supplies at amazingly low prices. Visit us at www.knitpicks.com to discover how affordable luxury knitting can be.